It's the opening night and they're lighting the lights. The orchestra is tuning to make sure they sound right. It's time to start our show tonight.
My name is Gaynor LaRocca. I'm the Artistic Director of Mate Productions, which is a community arts organisation based in Knowsley, led by myself and a team of creative professionals. And we work on participatory arts projects. And we're working at the moment in partnership with Shakespeare North, who are building a brand new Elizabethan theatre in Prescott. And we will be leading a 5-year community engagement project for Shakespeare North. And we're launching this year with A Midsummer Nights Dream, outdoor promenade performance in Prescott Woodlands and then touring around Merseyside.
My name's Elspeth Graham and I'm from Shakespeare North and Liverpool John Moores University. And I'm here today because this is our first really exciting co-production with Mate, bringing Shakespeare back to Prescott. Prescott has a secret that everyone doesn't know about. In the 1590s, it was the site of the only Elizabethan theatre outside London. And that's really an amazing bit of history. So the plans of Shakespeare North, with Liverpool John Moores University and Knowsley Council, are to bring a theatre back, a Shakespearean theatre back to Prescott. We're going to build a commemorative theatre. And around that, we're going to have all sorts of other things going on, such as the performance tonight by community members of A Midsummer Nights Dream. So we're having a reception to thank all the people who've supported us for several years now, to thank the cast, obviously, thank members of the council, the Lord Mayor's going to be here, various councillors and the MP, to thank people from my university, Liverpool John Moores, who've also supported the project. And there are also other members of Shakespeare North here. So we're going to have a drink and some strawberries before the production, before the performance tonight, and everyone is then going to go and enjoy what I know is a fantastic performance.
I've been with Mate for 15 years and it's just so different from my day job, and it's just lovely to pretend to be someone else and, you know, just have a bit of an escapism, isn't it, from your normal day-to-day life. A lot of people have come and gone in Mate, but there is a core of us who've stayed, and even the people that have gone we've all stayed in touch with, because we are Mate and we are mates. This is the first Shakespeare that we've done. This is actually my favourite Shakespeare play. So when Gaynor, our director, said that we were going to perform A Midsummer Nights Dream, I was absolutely made up. And then when she said I was playing Titania, I was even more happy because, you know, every girl wants to be Queen of the Fairies, don't they? I love the fact that we start off in the church. We do have a pre-scene, which we do outside, and then we come into the church. I really like that aspect of it. And then we go out into the woods, which is like a magical fairyland. And it's the best set I've worked on. I absolutely love it. It's my favourite stage so far. It's out in the open air. You can hear the birds. It's just so lovely.
It's a different spin on the sort of amateur theatre idea, because although it is amateur actors, we've got sort of practitioners in, like we had Michael Corbridge from the Royal Shakespeare Company. He came down to do acting with us. Tim Linsky from the Big Wow, he did a clowning workshop. So it's all professional experience being handed on as well, because Gaynor really does her best to sort of keep Mate a little bit different. And I think the professionalism of the people who come in and do workshops like Michael Corbridge and things like that, and Adele Hayter, who's done all the project design, and she's basically put Gayna's ideas onto the 3D stage that you see in Prescott now. So I think all of that gives it a bit of an edge that some amateur theatre don't have, and I think it's because Mate is so inclusive and because everyone wants to help out. I think it opens more channels when you've got a really collaborative group that want to do what they're doing.
So we've got like dancers involved as well from the community, and I know we've done workshops in schools as well. So it is very much a community. Mate is very much a community group.
I've been with Mate for about 3 or 4 years, acting, and so yes, it's our first Shakespeare. I was I won't say a bit dubious, but I'd never approached it in any way. But the way that the script has been written and amended, for what we're putting on here, it really brings it out and it makes it easier to follow, certainly for a cast member and hopefully for the audience as well. The kids seem to love it, and people who never thought that they would be interested in Shakespeare in any way have given us wonderful feedback, and really we're opening up, hopefully, the myth that Shakespeare is to people who are local to Prescott.
I noticed as well as kids, the first 2 shows, the kids were really into it. They found it was really funny. Yeah. Kids actually understanding Shakespeare. It's just,
even
it's a good thing.
It's good that you've got the kids that are really interested by all the physicality of it, because a lot of the characters are really quite larger than life, cartoonish, if you will. Like especially Bottom, when obviously he avails himself with the costume. That's quite a good big comical moment. But again, I think there's a lot there for the adults to take from the language as well. You'd be surprised how well it ages. Like it's still quite funny, the actual text. And you wouldn't imagine that something from so long ago would actually still be quite relevant and quite funny. So that's what I found anyway. Might just be me laughing on my own at the back.
Taking it from the page is very dry. If you read Shakespeare, it's tough, it's old language. One of the things we've been trying to do is cut it down, make the difficult words, difficult language that we don't use today, try and make the understanding available, whether it's by actions, whether it's by the way that we say the words. It's and we've tried to instill as much comedy into it as possible, while still getting across the meaning of the text. And the responses have been really amazing and overwhelming. And people have been saying, my 4-year-old, my 9-year-old, they were enthralled by it, couldn't stop laughing. My nieces came, and they're not very good at keeping still for any length of time, but for the 2 hours or so with the interval, they were pretty much standing there or sitting there watching it, and really enthralled by it all.
Actually had to add another date in Prescott because we had such a big demand. I mean, we were really chocking them in tonight, aren't we? So
I know.
We've had to actually extend the seating by so many just because we had such a massive.
It's a great thing though, people queuing up, they see you perform. There's nothing else like it. So.
It gives you that extra buzz before you go on.
Well, we're really rooted here now in Prescott. I mean, we're touring with Midsummer Nights Dream across this summer, so we've had a sell-out weekend already here in Prescott. We've got another weekend now. And the demand for tickets has been so great, we're coming back on Saturday the 8th of August for a finale event here. And in between, we're doing Halewood Village on the 21st of June, Calderstone's Mansion House Gardens on the 11th of July, and then we're also doing Woodlands Rest Home Gardens in Netherley in August as well. And we're going down to the RSC to perform in the Dell in their open air theatre at the beginning of August. So really exciting, the Mateys on tour. But after that, we've got a project here based on Macbeth in the autumn for Halloween. And then As You Like It, again next summer. So we're going to transform the Prescott Vicarage Woodland into the Forest of Dean next year for another comedy. The demand now, I mean, Prescotians, they have not known anything like this, really. That's what Prescott people call themselves. They're very passionate. It's a wonderful, historic town, the great identity, a real sense of self and community here, a sense of pride. And they've really welcomed us with open arms. And we're working alongside Prescott Festival now, looking at planning for the future. How can we work together? How can we develop a cultural offer in Prescott that will last the year round? But until the theatre is built, we're going to be doing lots of outdoor promenade theatre. We have 2 beautiful spaces in the woods and the walled garden behind, just over away from the church. So yeah, lots of exciting things in store.
But tonight is the big Prescott one, isn't it? Which we've been working for so long.
Everything's counting on tonight.
Each week we bring you all of the latest film news.
From interviews with filmmakers and actors, to local events, to the new cinema releases.
Join us every Tuesday evening on Bay TV Liverpool.
Well, there's 6 of us on it, and we started off we had the opportunity for other directors to come in and speak to us, so we almost got like a little bit of training at the beginning, like Matthew Zia from the Royal Exchange or Nick Bagnall from here, the Everyman, came in to talk to us about different ways of directing, almost about the industry as well, like how to get into the industry.
And there's like different parts of YEP, so there's the producers, the writers,
technicians,
directors, actors, and it's nice that like you don't have to go to university, the course is free, and it gives like people like opportunities that won't necessarily have those opportunities. So it's definitely good for Liverpool.
Well, I actually applied last year and I didn't get on. So I was like, what's the harm in trying again? So I think it's just because if you haven't, because I've been to uni and done a drama degree, and then I was like, oh, what's next? I didn't really know what to do, but I knew I wanted to do directing, so it kind of seemed like the perfect fit in a way to kind of actually do something within a theatre, within like a theatre building, instead of just outside.
Yeah, I set up like a theatre company last year and funded my own show that was on in Liverpool. And I kind of went into it with my eyes closed, so like I didn't think about the rights, that I'd have to pay for rights, pay for set and all that, and it's just nice that like this time round we get assisted in that, so like I've met a set designer, a lighting designer, and I'm like learning things from them as well, like they've come up with these mad ideas and I'm like, I didn't think of that, but so definitely it's kind of like on a bigger scale.
So it has really helped us, I think, within the industry more, within like the theatre industry.
Yeah, definitely, because like, especially within theatre, I heard that like quite a lot of directors come from Oxford and Cambridge University, and like they come from certain backgrounds, so it's great that like they've set up something like this that can give us that opportunity where we wouldn't necessarily get it. And there's lots of theatres that are doing certain things like this, and there should be more, definitely, because it's bringing different backgrounds together.
The festival's already started on Monday, and then I'm directing the Beef Alba Deborah Levy on the 15th and 16th of June, which is the last one, just after yours, isn't it?
Mine's on the 12th and 13th of June, and it's called Orphans by Dennis Kelly. I usually choose plays that they've got like a social realism theme, and they're set on like either like a council estate or like an urban area, and this theme such as like immigration and knife crime, and it's very relevant to what's happening today and to what's in the news, and how like there's people who are getting stereotyped, like innocent communities, because of things that are going on all around the world. So that's kind of why I chose it.
Cool. And so if anyone's interested in coming to see it, how do they find out details?
The Everyman website. We've got a Facebook page as well, I think it's Young Directors.
Yeah.
Every Manual Directors Festival.
You just have to ring the box office, they'll book your tickets for you, and it's completely free as well. So.
I'm Rob Howard. I'm founder and artistic director of the Prescott Festival of Music and the Arts on Merseyside, and we've got our 11th Prescott Festival starting on Friday the 19th of June, and that'll be 10 days of arts, music and culture here in the historic Lancashire town of Prescott on Merseyside. So for our opening weekend, we start off on Friday 19th of June at the Methodist Centre at 7:30 with some songs from the shows, with Bentley Operatic Society performing some songs by Gilbert and Sullivan. And then on Saturday the 20th of June, here in Prescott Parish Church, we formed our own choir of 100 singers, the Prescott Festival Chorus, performing a famous work by Carl Jenkins, composed only in the year 2000, called The Armed Man, which is a mass for peace. Then on Sunday the 21st of June, we'll have the Liverpool Philharmonic organist, Dave Nicholas, performing on the church organ in his famous cinematic style, some nostalgic light music on the organ. Later in the week, we've got some schools competitions. On Monday and Wednesday evenings, we'll see the Young Instrumentalist of Prescott competition, and also we have a schools poetry competition where lots of local school children have written their own poems and will compete to be the winner. Also, we have a acoustic and poetry night. So in a local coffee shop, Poco Coffee Shop, for the second year, we'll be putting on some live acoustic music with some local poets. One of the main themes of the festival is brass music. And on Thursday the 25th of June, we're showing a famous film about brass bands called Brassed Off. That's at St Paul's Church in Prescott, and as part of that we'll be serving a fish and chip supper. Also linked to the brass theme is Foden's Band, one of the great brass bands of Britain. They're performing here on Saturday the 27th of June here in Prescott Parish Church, and including the ticket price will be a delicious barbecue. Then on our final day, on Sunday the 28th of June, we'll celebrate the end of the 11th festival with a last night of the proms finale, with the South Liverpool Orchestra, lots of flag waving and lots of singing of Jerusalem and Land of Hope and Glory for the festival finale. You can buy your tickets for the Prescott Festival online from www.prescottfestival.co.uk, where all the information on the festival is available and all the ticket prices. You can also buy tickets through TicketWeb and also directly from Poco Coffee Shop on Eccleston Street in Prescott. Lots of our events do sell out, so do buy tickets to avoid disappointment, and we look forward to seeing you all here at the 11th annual Prescott Festival of Music and the Arts.
My name is Bev Clark. I'm a freelance director on the Wirral in Merseyside, and I'm working on a new exciting project that's to take place in October on the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man was the capital or the island of culture last year, and to follow on from that, the Arts Council of the Isle of Man teamed up with NODA, the National Operatic and Dramatic Association, to think of a new festival that could inspire new writing and also continue the culture. And so the festival, which takes place in October, is going to have lots of exciting events, including a new musical called Jimmy Mack by Stuart Brayson, who was the writer with Tim Rice of From Here to Eternity. He's bringing a new concert form over to the island to showcase this new musical. Also from America, we have Spencer Williams, who is going to present a new musical for tonight. This is an award-winning show, but the great thing is that it's set in Liverpool in the 1840s about a young Welsh boy who comes to Liverpool to seek fortune and love. And the story is a beautiful story, romantic story with lots of beautiful music. It's been an award winner. We're going to show it as a showcase on the island and then hopefully premiere it in Liverpool next year. As a director, I'm going to be working on a new devised piece with the communities of Isle of Man, and it's a piece about modern slavery, human trafficking, and that I'm going to be teaming up with a great company over there called Stage Door Entertainment. So there's also going to be some really interesting puppetry workshops that are going to be taking place in schools and youth groups. And there's going to be a writing initiative, which is quite exciting for new writers. We're asking for people to write new one-act plays. It will be announced this year, and then the winners will be produced next year, because the festival is a 5-year project. So every year we hope to be able to bring new exciting writing projects to the island. So for my part, I will be very busy directing and workshopping, and we're really interested that we become an international festival that is recognised, and we hope people in Liverpool and North Wales will be particularly interested in following Spencer's musical For Tonight.
And this week I'm at the Liverpool Playhouse with a fantastic cast of the Hudsucker Proxy. I'm here with Simon Dormandy, who's the adapter, co-director and also plays Sydney in the play, and Joseph Timms, who plays Norville Barnes.